Today what we're going to do is we're going to do section 4.3. So it's chapter 4, section 3. We're graphing using intercepts. So the past couple of weeks, we solved algebraic equations. So we solved for x. We graphed functions using tables. So we made those H tables. We solved for y. We plugged it in. That was section 4.2. And now we're moving to 4.3, which is intercepts. Intercepts it's another method of graphing equations. It tends to be the easiest, which surprises me because students make it like it's super, super hard, and even though it's not. So we're going to be looking at intercepts today. Notice that we're not using tables. Don't use tables with this. You don't need to, all right? So here's an example. It says, find the x-intercept and the y-intercept of the graph of the following. You're going to label the points where the line crosses the axes, all right? So first of all, you'll notice step 1. I'm going to take that equation and I'm going to substitute 0 in for y. So there's my equation. I got 8x minus 2 times 0 equals 32. Make sure you're all writing this down. (8x minus 0 equals 32). We can add a 0, doesn't do much. 8x equals 32. I divide by 8. X gives me, very good, gives me 4. Right? So now what we're going to do is we're going to take this and we're going to make an ordered pair. So in my ordered pair, what's my x? 4, right there. And my y is going to be 0. So when we graph, we're using this ordered pair. Notice that the y is 0 because I plugged in 0 for y. All right, let's go to the next one. The next step is we're going to substitute 0 in for x. All right, so I'm going to take the same equation that I had before, and I'm going to go 8 times 0 minus 2y equals 32. 8 times 0 is 0. Subtract my 0. Minus 2y equals 32. Divide by negative 2. That's correct. Y equals negative 16. And so my ordered pair is going to be 0, comma, negative 16. Right? Notice that I'm not bringing the two ordered pairs together and making 4, comma, negative 16. I'm not doing that. And that's what I've seen students do in the past. It's like, oh, 4, negative 16, that's my ordered pair. No, you need two ordered pairs. 0 is for x, and then 0 is for y. Now, couple of things. Students asked me before, Mrs. Medvick, do I have to do step 2 second? Can I do step 2 first? In other words, can I plug 0 in for x first and solve for y? And then plug 0 in for y and solve for x? Yes. It doesn't matter what order you do them. You just plug 0 in for one and solve for the other. Okay. So now when we graph, if you look at your graph paper, you're going to notice that if you go by ones, it's not going to work. And so what I advise you to do is to go by twos. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, negative 2, negative 4, 6. If you go by twos or something else other than 1, I want you to actually number the axes, because then it's super easy. So if I look at the first ordered pair, that was what? 4, 0. So I'm going to find 4, 0, and I'm going to put a dot. This is my x intercept at 4, 0. The y-intercept is down here. Do you see if I put them together as 4, -16, that wouldn't make sense because you just get one dot. Like that doesn't make any sense. You need at least 2 dots to make a line. All right, and now that that is done, I take and I draw my line through those 2 dots. And that's it. There's no table. You're using zeros, which are super easy to do. Where we use intercepts is when, you know, when you're doing slope-intercept form and sometimes you get like really funky numbers. They're like super, super huge, or your slope doesn't quite make sense. You can always fall back on intercepts. Intercepts will always work, and you can make your graph accordingly. And we'll see that as we do slope-intercept form later. Questions? Okay. The last problem that we're going to do today is we're going to identify the x-intercept and the y-intercept of the graph. And you're going to notice that they already did the hard work. They graphed it for us. So this first one, here's where it crosses the y-axis. So what would I label this ordered pair? It is 0, 3. And this is the what intercept? It is the y-intercept.
Could that also go by 2s? That would be 0, 6.
That's a great question. He's saying, could it be 0, 6 because they went by 2s? Most of the time, if they go by 2s, they'll either tell you off to the side or they'll number it for you. So that's a great question. Notice that they did not tell us off to the side, and they did not number the axes. So we're going to assume they're 1s. Okay, great question. All right, we'll come down here now. We'll put a dot here. What's this ordered pair? 1, 0, right? And it's the x-intercept. We okay? All right. Here is your assignment for today. Your love of knowledge for the day. Page 229. I've got 19 through 33 odd. And they go pretty quick if you pay attention and mean business and that type of thing. What I want you to do is I want you to open up your books and we're going to do the first one together. We're going to do number 19 together.